You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
What's up, YouTube? This is Brandon, our third-rate duelist. We've got Dennis the Menace here, who's going to do deck profile for us. So what are you going to showcase for us today, Dennis?
I got my striker build.
All right, let's go ahead and get right into it.
All right, so we're going to speed through this a little bit because everybody knows striker. So 3-ray, obviously, because part of the deck, really. I only play 2 rows. A lot of people play 3. I find 2 is fine. 3 Veiler. Have to play 3. It's a must because access code talker, so you know, Celine and all that. So have to play 3. I only play 2 Ash. I don't like playing 3 of the hand traps. 1 driver and 2 gamma. That's all for the monster lineup. Pretty simple, just lots of ways to stop you from playing. And then I got 3 imperms and 2 round net stuff, 2 evenly because I'm a blind going second build. So evenly works out pretty good doing blind second. So that's all of those. Now we get into the spell cards. I play 2 area 0 because that's really all I need. 1 drones. Wish I could play more than that because that card is just so good. 2 afterburners. 2 is really all you need. I would probably play it at 1, but I just kind of wanted more striker cards anyway. So 2 anchor. Hopefully with the next list I'll have 3. I can hope, but we'll see. I only play 2 shark cannons. I kind of miss the 3rd sometimes. Not a whole lot though, so I just kind of leave it there. And then it gives me, you know, room for something else too. So 1 multi-row because obviously it's all I can play because Konami just don't like striker. 1 reinforcement to search array. I only play 1 desires. I was playing 2 desires and 1 of the pot of avarice, just because avarice I can use turn 1 almost all the time. But I took those out. They were kind of cloggy anyway, and I wanted to try something else in the build anyway. 1 terraforming. Searches out the field spells, which I play quite a few in here. 1 Mystic Mine. I think 1 is just fine. 1 Cosmic Cyclone. It's really just to fill a spot. I kind of recommend playing more than 1, but I have other stuff that you'll see here soon that I had to cut some cards out for. I only play 2 droplets because that's all I have, so you know, 2 works fine anyway. Droplets are super good in this deck though. It helps you get rid of monsters in your main monster zone that they give you, like they give you a kaiju or something like that. It's real good for that, so you can still play your striker cards. I mean, there's just so much interaction in striker for droplets. It's kind of silly, so I do recommend putting this into striker for sure. And then for the MVP of the whole deck is 3 network and 2 calling. The Numeron cards are just so good with this deck. Network it sends a spell card, which what you want with striker anyway. You want to fuel your grave with spells. Zexalock is just something fantastic for going first. It gives me going first plays and a going second deck because obviously I can't win all the die roll anyway. So, you know, I just play a few cards and going second, it gives me another way to OTK you instead of having to go all the way through to the access code. So it's pretty good. I do suggest everyone trying it out. It's really good in this deck. So that's it for the main deck. Off to the extra. Got the access code talker package. Needle Fiber brings out the Veiler. This Invader goes into this. Remove counters, which is super good in this deck because you play all these spells anyway. Remove 3 counters to bring Veiler back, go into this, and most of the time it's game from there. Now, my striker count is going to be a lot lower than what other people are. I only play 1 Zeke, 1 Hayate, play 2 Shizuku, and 2 Kagari. Now, I know that's super low, and it does kind of take a toll on like later games, stuff like that, or you know, grind games, stuff like that. It does take a toll, but you have to cut everything down for the Numeron cards. I mean, this is 6 cards in my extra deck. So, ideally, pot average would be good, you know, because the striker card count's so low. So if I put them into the grave, I can just put them all back. Hercules base would be good, you know, just to recycle all that stuff. But with the anchors, shark cannon, stuff like that, I pretty much just kill you with your own cards anyway. So this is just a help for going first, because striker nowadays is going second deck anyway. So this helps you be able to go first. Also, you can go second to do the OTK. Everybody knows what it does. Every time one of these attack a monster, they all double. So it's really good for OTK. I do play the C1 because with this deck, I have a real problem with going into time. Like one of the matches today, my game 1 was 30 minutes. So I play this for if I'm getting close to time, you know, it's a good board wipe. So this has got a little bit of application. If I'm not going to go into the OTK like going first, I only bring out number 2, 3, and 4. So this way, later on, I still got the number 1, so I can put this on it. Also, if you do it that way, you play 3 network and 2 calling, so later in the game, if you happen to draw another calling or you want to use network again, it's not dead cards. You know, you still have 1 that you can bring out. So that's why I play C1. Some people don't. I do. I like it. So that's it for the main deck. 40 cards. I like it at 40. It's pretty consistent. Brick hands are really not that often. It does happen, like, you know, it's Yu-Gi-Oh, so it does happen, but side deck, 3 Lightning Storm. This is a good card, but I mean, I don't know. I got kind of mixed feelings about it. I just keep it in for back row decks. So it's good for combo too, but I mainly use it for back row decks. My locals, I have, you know, all kinds of back row stuff, so I just keep it in for that. 2 Cosmics. It's just the other Cosmic. I got a second Mystic Mine in here. My spice for my locals is Triple Silent Graveyard. My locals have a lot of graveyard-based decks. You know, it helps with dinos, it helps with Shadalls, you know, stuff like that. So I just side them. My side deck is built for my locals, so I mean, feel free to build your side however you like. You know, 2 Nibiru, just because it's Biru. Get some combo decks sometimes. I play 2 Crow. It's just for more help with graveyard decks. And I'm siding 2 Gamma Seal because Dragoon did come out this weekend, and that's just a beast of a card. And it's kind of a hard matchup for me. So I got these in the side. I did actually play a Shadal Dragoon deck today, and it was my only loss of the day. So that card kind of sucks. So I am gonna put in a third Gamma Seal just for that. So I mean that's the deck. It's pretty simple. It's striker, so take it how you want. A lot of people hate the deck nowadays, so I really love it. I followed it all the way through the OCG. It's just a really good deck that I like. So, and since no one's playing it, I will.
All right. Well, let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think of Dennis's Numeron striker deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe, and later, YouTube.